Hey guys, today I want to talk about constructive ways to stay away from boredom. Now, a lot of people, they start up the usual YouTube over here like I did, and I've done pretty well on YouTube. But today I don't want to talk about YouTube. Okay, we're not going to talk about YouTube. We're going to talk about other stuff that you can plug into. And a lot of people do this over here in the Philippines. They plug into places that they can either contribute their time, contribute money, or what have you. Some people here are on really good budgets, really good. They have a lot of income coming in, and they like to help maybe an orphanage, or they like to help out a church, or they like to donate their time maybe somewhere, or maybe they just like to help out volunteering in their neighborhood doing something, or helping people around their neighborhood, or just helping people in general, like myself. I mean, our channel helps out a lot of expats here, and we do it for free. But there's a lot of other ways you can plug in helping people too, helping Filipinos, helping at a hospital, maybe donate your time at a public hospital here or something like that. No matter what it is, you can always plug in somewhere here. And there's so many different places that you can go to plug yourself in here, and people find them. And some people, it could be helping a local business, because maybe you have a business know-how or what have you, and you just want to help out some business and help teach them the way a real business works, so that they can make more money, help them to cut back on expenses and things like that, so the profit margin goes up. Maybe you have that know-how and you can donate your time to some of the businesses, because business failures in the Philippines are pretty common. And a lot of Americans come over here and they have business know-how from they're retired. They've worked in business all their life possibly. And maybe you could help a business over here. You could say, hey, listen, I see your business is having problems here with this here. Let me, do you mind if I help you? I used to do this back in the US. I'll help you to make your business more successful here. And a lot of people do that. Me here, I always try to find something to help other people and make people happy here. And one of the other things that I did here was, and if you guys probably noticed this in the background, we put a lot of gravel here for our landlord here, because we wanted to make the place look beautiful around here, not just for us, but for other people. And I noticed that the people here now are more proud and they appreciate it, because the people up above, up back here, what they do is they put gravel all the way to the top. And I asked her, I says, can you do me a favor, make sure you keep that clean? She always sends out one of her kids to rake it or sweep it, all the gravel, because we have like dead leaves landing from the trees or whatever. And she always sends somebody down to do that. And it's just kind of a nice thing, because it's like paying us back, and it's also, taking care of their stuff now, because that gives them ownership. It gives them partial ownership of something, and it also helps you, because now you got something beautiful to look at around your house. I don't mind paying to upgrade something around here, because I know I'm going to stay here long term. I don't have any plans on really leaving here right now, probably for another 5 years or maybe forever. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't have any intentions on leaving here. But I fixed up my house. That helps the landlord a little bit, stuff like that. But that also benefits me, but it also benefits them. There's things that you can do that also will benefit you and benefit other people too. And doing things in your neighborhood benefits you, benefits other people. Doing things for your church might just benefit other people, or might benefit you and other people sometimes, because people will look up to you, and when you need help, maybe they'll reach out to help you when you need help. And that's also something to look at, because it's kind of like pay it forward. You're helping them, and just say, listen, if I ever need help, or you see somebody else that needs help, help them, help me, whatever, it's okay. Right now, you don't owe me anything. And that's the way I look at it. Maybe someday in the future, if I need some help, people will be there for me. And I've actually had a lot of that pay it forward stuff where it keeps going out, and it actually ends up coming back to me in a lot of ways. And I love that pay it forward concept. And we've talked about that many, many, many times. Way back in this channel, we talked about paying it forward. Paying it forward is when you do something for somebody and they say, well, hey, Steve, what can I do for you? And you say, hey, listen, pay it forward to somebody else that needs that help. It kind of goes around, and it's kind of interesting to watch when you do that and you see that person helping somebody else and that person helping somebody else, whether it be helping somebody that's poor in the streets or something, you give them something, then they share something with somebody else. I remember one time I bought this toy gun, and it lit up on the end, and it was kind of a cute gun for a young kid. And I just bought it and said, I don't know why I bought it. I just bought it. And I saw it at the store, and I said, that's kind of nice, and something told me to buy it. And I was riding back from Alabang, and I saw these two kids, and they were, boom, 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 like playing toy guns with their fingers. And they were running around, and it was on the side of the street, and the mom was begging, and they were begging once in a while too. And it was kind of interesting to watch because these are kids without any toys. So I gave them the gun, and the kids went crazy. They were out there playing with it, and they were both smiling. And, the mom, I think she really wanted to do something for those kids, but she could never do it. And here somebody gave something to those kids so that they could have something to enjoy that day. And it was actually, I believe, if I remember correctly, it was right around Christmas. But I remember those kids' faces lighting up, and I remember the look on the mom's face, and the mom looked as happy as could be, And I think I gave them, if I remember correctly, I think I gave them like 100 or 200 pesos too while I handed them the gun. So they were happy. They were happy as could be. And I didn't say nothing to them. I just handed it to them and said, here you go. And they said, thank you. And they were really, really happy about it. But I saw them over on the street playing, and the kid's like pulling the trigger, and he's looking at it, and he's, it was really a fun toy to have. If I was a kid, I'd love to have a gun like that. But I mean, when you do stuff like that, and sometimes it's just the small things, it keeps away the boredom for you, and it gives you something to smile about the rest of the day. It might be something that might cost you $5 or $10 or something like that, and you might only do it once in a while. But you know something? For me, to see the smile on that kid's face kept me happy for the rest of that week. It kept a smile on my face, knowing that I put a smile on some other kid's face, and it will with you too. And it kind of keeps that boredom away too, and it kind of keeps your depression from coming in. A lot of people come over here, they get depressed. And that's just a fact of life of being an expat, because some of these guys that come over here, they're bored. You cannot be bored over here. That's like the kiss of death over here for an expat. I'm not bored, trust me. I'm actually too busy. Sometimes I'm up till midnight answering the phone or doing things or talking to somebody or answering emails or what have you. It's a busy day for me. It's a very, very stressful day sometimes for me. So when I go do something, and when I help somebody, it gives me a decent feeling inside that it carries me on to the next day. And sometimes you don't want to give too much. Remember, give people when your cup runneth over. Okay? Don't take away from your cup and take away from your cup till your cup is empty. Then you're letting people steal from you. Just give when your cup runneth over. My cup runneth over quite a lot. My father was kind of the same way. He was a very giving person. And some people say, Steve, you give too much of yourself. You gotta kind of, be careful with that. But that's me. And some people are not like that, and I get that. So do something that makes you feel good. Whether it's like I pay people to paint out here. I'm helping them to have a job so they feel like they're earning their pay. When you do something sometimes and you're helping somebody, don't just give them the money all the time. Especially if you're giving them a lot of money. Make them work for it so they feel like they did something, so they can feel proud that, wow, instead of making $350 for working the day and you give them like $700, just don't overdo it. Say, oh, here's $700 or here's $1,000. Make them feel good, because then they feel like they did something. They succeeded. Look, I made this money today. I made 1,000 pesos today. I made $20. Over here, that's a lot. That's, a day's pay over here is very, very low. It's usually like around 500 pesos, which is about $10 or less in some cases. And when you give somebody like a day's wage to paint your house or to paint the outside or do some chores for you around the house, maybe, spread gravel like I've paid people here. I didn't know how long it was going to take to spread the gravel, so I paid them. I says, listen, I don't know how long it's going to take. It looked like it was, it was heavy work. I paid them a decent wage, and they were happy. They were happy. They were very happy about that. And putting a smile on these people's faces will put a smile on your face too. And helping other people, keeping that boredom away, keeping things going, making your place look nice, stuff like that. It doesn't cost that much over here. A lot of people say, well, Steve, I'm not going to be redoing the person's house. That's up to the landlord. I'm paying rent. You're paying $70 in some cases, or $100 or $200. What do you think your landlord's making off this stuff? She's not making a big profit off of you. So for you to spend, a couple thousand pesos every couple months or something like that, maybe I paid $60 for a load of gravel a couple times. Probably about I think it was about 3 or 4 times I had to do it. And I did this little section over here where we did like a little Japanese garden, and it looks beautiful. And you can do that too. And even the place where this is sitting, we put gravel all around this cabana. We rent this little plot of land here. This is separate from my regular rent. We pay $10 a month to put this here. We put it up on stilts, and when we leave, we will leave this here, and it'll belong to the people up back here. They'll have the cabana here. They'll own this cabana. It'll be theirs. Because when this gets old, I'll buy another one. But I don't have any intention of leaving. And also, I've told people, if you guys, you ever need to use a cabana, use it. Just let me know that you're going to use it. So, if I have something planned or something going on, obviously, I need to know. But if you're having a birthday party or something, you want to use the cabana, knock yourself out. I don't have a problem with that. And it keeps the peace in the neighborhood. People feel like they're a part of your life. They feel like they're a part of what you're living a little bit. They feel like they have a little bit of wealth. They have a little bit of the nice things that you have, because you're sharing them with them. You're sharing things with them that they can use too. And you tell people, say, hey, listen, use the cabana. You having a birthday party? Well, go ahead and use it. Have it down there, and you can use the barbecue too, something like that. I tell people around here, if you need anything, let me know. If I can help you, I will. We have a guy over here. I help him all the time. He's always coming up. You see him walking by sometimes in some of my videos. He's always asking me, "Hey, venti." And I sometimes I have to put a stop to it because he asks too much. But I'll give him 20 pesos every once in a while. And that helps the guy out. Sometimes I'll even send over some chicken or something like that, or we'll order Kenny Rogers. There's some leftover little appetizers or something, the sides that you can get, and I'll send those over, and he'll eat that, and we'll send over some chicken for him, or we'll order pizza and give him a slice or something. That's what I'm talking about. Keep busy doing things that are good for helping other people. It doesn't cost you that much, and I noticed that has added something to my life. It adds a quality of life to them to help those people. But it also adds a quality of life for you. So you're not bored. You can feel good about yourself that you did something that helped other people that day. I think if everybody in the world helped other people, and not just throw money at them. I'm not talking about throwing money at people. That's wrong. That's dead wrong. Throwing lots of money at people and just doing it to buy people, whatever, that's wrong. I'm not talking about buying people. I'm talking about just helping people. Small amounts, making people feel good, making people, work for their money. But also when you're, working in your neighborhood, doing stuff in your neighborhood, share stuff. If it's helping you, it's and it might be on somebody else's property sometimes. When I did the gravel up here, I asked the lady up front, I said, hey, listen, do you mind if I put gravel down? Of course she's not going to turn it down. It looked nice. It looked beautiful. And she was really, really happy about those. People are happy. They're ecstatic about that because it beautified their property, and it makes it look like a nice walkway for me to walk down here. I'm not stepping in mud. The little side spot over here where we have our little Japanese garden, that used to be mud all the time, and now it's beautiful. It looks nice. We have plants over there. Justin parks his bike over there, things like that. You couldn't ask for better than that, Anyway, guys, I want to talk about that because it's something that keeps you out of the boredom too, because you're thinking of the next thing that you can do. It keeps your mind busy a little bit. And it's more than just like doing a vlog or something like that, or doing some sort of work here. You could do that too. But every once in a while, just keep your mind busy. How can I make life better here? not just for me, but for other people too. It'll help me, but it'll help the neighbors. It'll help other people around here. And there's tons of ways you can do that. And some of them were just the ones that I just mentioned. Think about those sometimes. God bless, guys. Take care. I hope you enjoyed today's show.